I'll never do that again. I apologize.
You're supposed to hit him with a, hey, what's up, YouTube?
What's up, guys?
Like and subscribe down below.
Yeah, ring that bell for notifications.
You said go live and Storm immediately jumped back into frame. What an attention seeker.
Well, I'm behind you.
Okay,
Well,
I need to get to, where's it at? Video creator dashboard.
Shut down my rap.
Alright. I see us on Twitch now. I see us on Discord. We're ready to start recording. Can I not? Okay, that says test widget record. So I guess I'll just have to do like I did last time and download the VOD. Okay then, well, welcome to session 3 of Clungeons and Clagons, everybody. The last time we got together, the party went to a job fair. Jeff being easily the most decorated job applicant of the group. We found out some details about the king. He is one of the royal guards, thinks that he's not well. He's not been making very many appearances lately. We saw a protest from Marlos. He showed up himself in person, trying to garner support from the civilians in the city. The party picked up some quests. We decided to go do some landscaping for a lady named Veronica. And then we have 2 other quests in the backlog. One in a place called the Rusty Plains to figure out what's going on with some livestock that's been going missing for a farmer, and the other in the Emerald Mountain Range. There's been some mysterious happenings in a mine. One gnome miner has gone missing. There's been reports of strange sounds, and the maps are no longer matching up how they should. So that was what happened at the job fair. And then when we got to Veronica's house, she had us do some odds and ends. Had to fell a tree, which was almost done the wrong way and nearly landed on top of the house. Luckily, he didn't take the tree down in one swipe, or else the party would have been pretty heavily in debt. After that, just had to burn a brush pyre, and then we were asked to tend to the north end of the property, which included getting rid of some flying snakes and slimes, which the party did with ease, and everyone managed to level up to level 2, and that's where we're going to be starting. You guys had just finished off the last enemy, and Veronica now walks up, and she is laughing and jovial about seeing how well you guys fought together, and she says, well, it looks like a talented group of people did pick up my message. Come in, everybody, come in. Let's all sit down, have some tea, and talk.
Got any beer?
She offers wine.
Rum?
I take my shoes off at the door.
Ugh.
Okay. Very polite of you, Jeff.
Okay, I'll take wine.
Okay. So you guys all make your way in through the front. You walk back around the house. Go in through the front door. Very cozy environment in here. She's got a nice stone fireplace. Lots of comfortable sitting for everyone. Plenty of room. Looks like she probably, the room that she leads you into is a big sitting room with lots of seating. So it seems like she likes to entertain guests here. She fixes drinks, returns in, hands them down to everybody, and sits down herself in a rocking chair. You notice she is, only using one leg to rock herself. And then she asks, so tell me about you all.
Pardon me, darling. Do you mind if I sit in this other rocking chair and it relax my feet a little bit?
No, right ahead. Help yourself.
I appreciate it, darling. Would you like a hard candy?
Ooh, I would love one. She takes hard candy.
I'm going to sit in a rocking chair, and then, as soon as I sit down, I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out 2 knitting hooks. And just, rock slowly while I knit. And then, kind of nod off while I'm doing it.
Okay. So yeah, she again asks, so tell me about you all. What are your names?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Hans. I'm from Stilgard, and I must say, you have quite the dangerous backyard. Can I ask how you come to let so many monsters onto your property?
She kind of chuckles, and as she's rocking in her chair, she says, well, actually, I put them there. You see, I used to be an adventurer in my day, and I just love to meet young, fresh adventurers as they're starting to get their grounds around here. That's why I only post simple missions with simple, low-level enemies, so that I can get a feel for some of the new adventurers in town.
Some 8-year-old
My name is
kid.
Tetch.
What? No name. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Push this on. Anyways, that's very dangerous because like she could post that and some 8-year-old kid's like, oh, I could use a little bit of money. I'm gonna go do some simple yard work.
Well, as you remember, she met you guys as you got there. She takes the time to. She is a little chaotic, but she takes the time to vet people before they show up. But yeah, she threw you guys straight into the fire. She trusted that you guys would be able to handle yourselves against the enemies, but nonetheless, she was not hesitant about it. Okay, and so Tetch, you were speaking.
Yes, my name's Tetch. Is that wine in the kitchen or what? What's the status on that? I can go get it.
She brought the drinks earlier. I don't know if you didn't hear that. She did bring. Have you already finished yours?
I missed that one, I guess.
Yeah. Have you finished your cup? You need another?
No. I just didn't see it on the table. Let me go grab it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So you guys look around in the living room and you can see that there's pictures on the wall. A group of people of different races and all armor clad, arms around each other, seem to be a happy group of people. In some of the pictures, and then you notice in some of the pictures it's just her and one other man, also a human. They look to be very happy, intimate environments, like looks like it could have been her husband, but you notice that there's nobody else home right now.
I'm gonna climb up onto the wall, kind of like Spider-Man, I guess, and just like point at the picture and be like, you. But then the guy, and then back and forth.
Ah, yes, those were the days, and you can tell that she's, this woman is not easily shocked. You climbing up the wall doesn't seem to unsettle her at all. That nothing out of the ordinary here. So she's like, ah, yes, those are the days. Me and my husband and our party used to be quite the group of adventurers.
I say, so is that how you hurt your leg?
Indeed it is. We were out investigating a cursed forest, and my husband and I had tracked our way all the way into the source of all the evil, managed to confront him, but sadly my husband lost his life and I lost my leg. We were able to get away with a few things, but the person that was responsible for the forest escaped our clutches.
Have you tried to send anybody back after them?
No, I try to keep an eye out or keep an ear out, but I've not. The forest, after we injured the person responsible, the forest returned to normal, and we've not heard of any other happenings that seem to be correlating to that.
Do you miss adventuring at all?
As she kind of laughs and she's like, oh yes, every day, but as you can see, I'm not quite cut out for it anymore. I have no regrets with what we did. My husband and I lived happily, and he died doing what he loved. I lost my leg doing what I loved. No regrets, though I do wish I could do it again. And she's very happy to be talking with you all. I guess I'm just trying to figure out what else she can say. But
can we do like a group huddle?
A group huddle? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Guys, I think she wants to join us. Should we send an invitation?
I don't know. Do we need to carry someone that doesn't have a leg around?
Yeah, I guess
we carry someone who doesn't have a name.
I'm still.
Let's just add one more person to the problem.
I'm still like asleep in the rocking chair.
We already have the old woman who leans on my shoulder everywhere we go.
Very knowledgeable of the area.
I thought I could put it out there. Maybe we could do like franchising fees, have like other people with our guild name.
She does seem experienced.
Can we ask her if she?
I don't know if I'm quite ready to share gold with other people yet either. That's
maybe we should
one more cut out of my earnings.
Maybe we should see if she perhaps has any old items laying around that we could use ourselves, so she's not adventuring anymore.
We can kill her and take all bottoms.
Oh boy.
Now that's an idea.
Well, wait a minute. We don't need to kill one-legged ladies.
But wait, I do have a question. I know you said when we came in, it looked like she hosted parties and everything. Did we notice other houses on our way to this house? Like,
Yeah, I mean, she's not. She's got where you guys at is now like open land. Think like Sand Mountain. Like houses like few and far between. Not sorry. Like you know, you got a house here.
Where is this Sand Mountain you think of?
I'm trying to give you guys real life examples here. Okay. Soddy Daisy. Think about Soddy Daisy.
Now people know where we live.
Ah, well. Yeah, think like just.
I don't live there.
they're gonna
General area.
Yeah, just it's like a yeah, she's not like so far secluded that people
It's
aren't around,
rural.
but she has it's rural. Yeah, all that to say one word. Yes.
Got it.
Thanks. Yeah, that's the surroundings.
I want to ask her if she has any old items laying around from her adventuring days that she wants to show us.
All right, go ahead.
Ma'am, do you perhaps have any old trinkets or trophies or items from your adventuring days that we could maybe take a look at? Or at least I could. I'm trying to learn as much about this land as I possibly can since I just got here.
Oh, sure. I don't have much anymore. Most things I've parted with or given to other members of our party. Not exactly the sentimental type, but what I do have is these things that I gained from the forest. As I was escaping, I managed to take a couple things with me. Here, you're free to take a look at them. And she reaches over from a chest in the room and pulls out a tome and hands that to you. And she also pulls out a necklace. And then I guess I guess it's in your hand, so no real reason to do like a check to see what they look like. The tome is it's a green book. And you can see that it has vines going around it holding the book shut. And the necklace looks to be also made from vines, and it's got like some red like flower petals mixed in throughout it.
I'm gonna cast the spell Identity or Identify on the necklace.
Okay, what does that do? Let me look it up real quick.
I forgot to do push to talk, so I'll keep talking, and then like.
Yeah, you gotta keep holding it down. This is a little bit unfortunate. So we're gonna gosh, why does that exist?
Hey, actually, no, I can't cast it because I don't have the component. Sorry.
Oh, you can't cast it?
No, I can't because I don't have a pearl worth. I thought it was a pearl worth like 10 gold. It's 100 gold. Never mind.
Oh yeah, and an owl feather. Okay. So, whew, all right. You guys, if you wanted to try to get something off of it, you could roll like a I don't know if you want to try like a history check or like an arcana check, something like that.
I'll roll the history check.
You roll the history check? Okay.
I just realized I had to push it. I'm +3 on history.
Yeah, I suggest you doing it because I only rolled a 12.
I'm holding it, so it makes sense for me to roll it.
Well, I mean, even if I learn something, I can't tell you about it, so.
Let's see. I'm 12 + 3, 15.
15, okay. So looking at the book, you can see that if you try to open it, that the vines hold it shut. It's not possible to get it opened right now. There's some encryptions on it, and you can tell that some of the encryptions are written in Abyssal.
Can I ask her if she knows how to open it?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
This This book is so interesting. Is there a trick to opening it up?
If there is, I haven't figured it out yet. I feel like that book could be very helpful in tracking down the person that we were unable to capture. But no, sadly, it's just been sitting in my studies unopened.
Can I investigate it to try to figure it out?
Yeah, your magic, you should try an Arcana check and see if you can figure out if there's a reason you can't get it open.
$11.
Okay. Yeah, other people might not have picked up on it so easily, but being the gifted sorceress that you are, you look at the book and notice that as Hans is trying to kind of gently press it open, the vines almost seem alive, like they react to his pushing. The vines grow in strength and almost seem to light up a little bit with life. Keeping the book sealed shut, you can tell that this is some sort of magic or spell that is keeping this tome sealed.
I think it requires magic to open it.
Should we just burn all the vines off?
Well,
Yeah, do we have a set of clippers?
That might burn the book, but you can try.
Okay.
I asked her if she'd be open to letting us take it to like a mages guild or like a community college to see if we could like figure it out.
Okay. She's gonna say, and if you do, what do you intend to do with the information inside of it?
Probably read it.
Yes, but once you've read it, what do you intend to do with the knowledge?
Good stuff? Question mark.
Well, that is very good. You see, I'm hoping to hold on to this until I find someone who's willing to finish what we were unable to finish.
I'm in.
You have my word as a nobleman that we will finish your quest if we can get this book open.
Very well, then you're free to take it and the necklace with you as well.
Doesn't really go with my outfit. No, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna wake up about this time and be like, "What am I getting roped into now, Dalek?"
But Ethel, you're a sorceress in your own right. Would you like to take a look at it?
What am I looking at, sweetheart?
This tome with these vines on it. See if you can make a heads or tails of it.
Let's see. What is it? Arcana?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. You gather about the same amount of insight that Yenfri did looking at it. You can tell that there is some sort of magic or spell that's keeping it sealed that is flowing through these vines, but you're unable to tell the source.
Shall we also maybe run an Arcana check on the necklace?
Sure.
Let me see the necklace, darling.
19.
19. All right. Tetch, who was just minding his own business, staying quiet, drinking his wine, looks over and says, "Give me that." Grabs the necklace and looks at it, and he notices that the same arcane energy is flowing through the vines that make the necklace that you see holding the book shut.
This appears to be magic. Or I'm drunk.
You just gotta rub them together and start a fire.
What was in Tetch's wine?
Just
wine!
blackberries. How about that? Can you make wine out of blackberries? I don't know how wine works.
You can.
Yes, you can, and it's delicious.
Okay.
You're the DM. You can do anything.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
It's a green pea wine, is what it is actually. Interesting. More of a smoothie texture, but.
Nope, don't like that.
So take that back.
I mean, I'll drink just about anything, but
This tastes like what I'm used to drinking before I go to bed, darling.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have got the necklace and the tome. And she says, well, I suppose if you guys are going to be setting out to try to finish what we've started, then you might need some extra help. And she walks off into a back room. And then just a few seconds later, she comes back out with a small box. And she opens up the box in front of all of you and says, here are some things that might be able to help you along your way. Inside the box is a number of rings. And she takes one out at a time and hands them to each of you.
I say I do.
You say you... I'm flattered, but no thank you.
Chip rings.
Okay. Harry didn't want this, but here we are. I'm doing it anyway.
Can you imagine down on one knee with a peg leg?
So you guys will probably want to write these down. I homebrewed some of this stuff. Some of it we can just easily look up. WC and Jeff, you guys are getting the same ring. It's a ring of minor invisibility. Or minor ring of invisibility. Harry disagrees with what I'm doing right now. We'll see if it pays off.
I just can't wait to see how broken the game is going to get.
Oh, I just want to use stronger enemies, so I'm fine with that.
Minor.
Is there? What are the details of that?
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
you
sorry.
level up quicker. You don't like.
Yeah. It's fine. So the details of this ring, it can make you go invisible for 1 minute, every long rest. And while you're using the ring, it requires concentration. So if you go to do another action, it will break the invisibility.
Who did you say got those?
WC and Jeff, the rogues. So you guys can go invisible.
So 1 minute is what you said?
Yeah, you can go invisible for 1 minute. It only works once per long rest, so it will recharge.
Hey, sorry, you said that lasts for 1 minute every long rest?
Yeah, am I cutting out again?
Okay.
I typed it in my phone and autocorrected requires concentration to requires conversation.
Am I back now? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. So yeah, it's invisibility for 1 minute. You can only use it once per long rest. And it requires concentration. Am I cutting out again?
No, you're good.
Oh. Okay, you got it, Mikey?
I look at Tetch and I say, we're going to be able to do so many pranks with these
I got
things.
Okay, Sazaar, who is not here but has been just tagging along, he actually didn't take a chair, he just sat down in the floor. She hands him a minor ring of the ram, which is going to give him 1 charge again per long rest, but it's basically just a ranged attack that he can add for 1d10. I'll send that to him once he joins us. Hans, you get a ring of force field. This one I think is pretty much verbatim. The online description. Essentially, when you you can activate it with a free action, and when you do, it will basically summon a shield on your hand, a pretty large shield, and it gives you a +2 to your armor class while it's active.
How long is it active?
We'll say...
Now here you go, darling. Just have this super legendary item at level 2. That's fine.
We'll say you can use it... We'll say once per long rest, I guess, like the other ones. You can anticipate, I guess, an attack and use it beforehand.
So it's a ring of shielding.
I guess so. I liked the...
You can use it as a bonus action to up your armor class for that 1 turn.
Yes, okay. Sorry.
There you go. That's
I like the...
+2 to armor class is stupid power.
Yeah, okay. I like the flavor for the force field is why I picked it. Because it just sounds cool. You summon a nice little shield here. But yeah, not permanently. It's meant to be a limited thing. Or it was meant to be. I'm glad you pointed that out.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I know you weren't. I told Alex before he did this, I was like, that's a bad idea. You shouldn't be giving out, like, magical items right off the bat. You should be leveling up right off the bat. But Alex is like, no, it'll be fine.
I want to have fun. I want to give you guys strong stuff. Yenfri, you get...
Hey, can I have a Vorpal sword?
A what?
A Vorpal sword.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
I know you can't have it. If you're asking for it, I know that it's wrong. Yenfri, you get a ring of spell storing, and it holds magic missile at level 1. And then Magic Missile, I don't think I needed to make any adjustments. The Ring of Spell Storing, though, this one that all you guys are getting, it's going to be just like the other ones. It works once per long rest.
Wait, we got another one?
Do I get a spell of unlimited long rests?
Sorry, a spell of unlimited long rests? No. Yours is going to be the same thing as Yenfri's, except instead of Magic Missile, it's going to be Thunder Wave. At level 1, of course, once per long rest.
You say Thunder Wave or Thunder Cloud?
Thunder Wave.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure Pikachu knows that move.
Yeah, it can learn it.
No damage, but always paralysis.
Ethel, yours was carefully crafted. You get a Ring of Feather Falling, but it looks like a life alert button.
Beautiful.
Yes, and if you actually press the life alert button and activate it, it will actually turn into an umbrella, which you catch and then slowly fall down.
That's assuming I can hold my own weight.
It has magical capabilities to help you to do that.
You just see an old woman like dangling from an umbrella like, someone get ready to catch me, darling.
And I think that was everybody, right? Everybody got a ring?
What is Josh getting?
Josh is a ring of the minor ram. It's another attack that it's like I modified it. It's a 1d10 ranged attack that he can use once per long rest. So that takes care of all that. So yes, she has just gifted you guys all these rings. She says, since I can't go adventuring in my spare time now, I like to tinker, and these are some of the things that I've come up with. Hopefully they will help you in some way on your journeys. Hey, there's Josh.
Hey,
can I just start looking around her house?
Yeah, I mean, she is very, very friendly toward adventurers, and she is not at all like easily offended. So yeah, if you want to just like
look for an owl feather and a pearl.
oh no.
Okay, roll an investigation.
Where are y'all right now?
Still at Veronica's house. So what you've missed, I'll catch you up while he's rolling his investigation check. What you've missed, the party went back in and is talking to Veronica. She used to be an adventurer. Her and her husband were tracking the source, what was causing a cursed forest. And as they finally found the person that was responsible, the person managed to kill her husband. She lost her leg. They injured the person, but he got away. When he got away, she was able to recover a tome that is sealed shut with magical vines, and a necklace that is also made out of magical vines.
Okay.
And so
I got some role playing I can do. I figured out. I thought of something. If that's okay.
Oh, all right.
Sazaar, back. Plenty firewood outside.
Ah, there we go. Well, thank you. That's very sweet after you almost destroyed my house.
Least I can do.
Much appreciated. And here, this is for you. So she just given out items to the whole party. She gave a ring to everyone. This is kind of like modified, so if you want to write this down, you got I called it a minor ring of the ram. And it is you can read the ring of the ram flavor to like exactly how to picture it, but essentially it's a ranged it's a ranged 1d10 attack that you can use once per long rest.
Also, on D&D Beyond, you can add custom items and put in your own name and description, and it shows in your inventory.
Nice. So you guys could add that if you wanted to.
Thank you.
So I rolled a 16 on investigation.
Okay. So you look around and remembering what this lady said about how she likes to tinker, anything that looks like it could have alchemical value has already been used, it seems. You're able to find just normal things. Storybooks. She's got firewood near the fireplace. She's got a normal bedroom, just pillow, bed, place to sleep. She doesn't seem to be a very wealthy woman either. So pretty much a bare bones.
How far along is my quilt that I'm making for her?
Yeah. He sat down in a rocker and he's been quilting and nodding off. Since you were asleep.
Should I roll a performance? I can quilt while I sleep. You don't understand.
Oh, okay. Yes, roll performance. Oh, Billy. Oh.
I got an 11.
11 is not very far along. You've started it and you've got like a corner.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
I want to rip open the pillows as well while he's doing that.
You're going to what?
Rip open the pillows. I'm looking for outfit.
Okay. Roll. Are you trying to stay stealthy, or are you just obnoxiously doing this?
I'm obnoxiously investigating at the same time.
Okay. You managed to I guess roll like a strength check to rip open.
I rolled a nat, so it doesn't matter what.
You rolled a nat 20. Is that what you said? Oh boy. Okay. So you walk into the bedroom. You grab like all of the pillows that you can find on the bed, and in one rip, you just fling them all open, and the inside of the pillow spills out. It was sheep wool. So there's wool everywhere in the room now.
I'm gonna let my dog in. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna gather the wool anyway.
I'm gonna gather it.
I follow him after there to try and stop him.
Okay, yeah. Veronica hears the tearing, and she's like, "What was that?" And she walks into the back room and sees that you have torn open. Her initial reaction is kind of shock, and then she's like, now that I think about it, I've not seen many of your kind. Are you? Do you have any family? Do you have anyone else? Any other goblin friends? How did you come to be a part of this party?
I am going to look very sad. A small tear. Very small tear rolling down my left eye.
I'm going to say, no, he doesn't speak very much. We actually rescued him from a goblin slaver, and he has been tagging along in our party ever since. We are actually looking for his female counterpart. And then do you happen to know the name of the guy on the ledger? I can't remember.
Golf Stone Fist.
Gorlef Stone Fist, yeah.
You happen to know of a Gorlef Stone Fist?
That name has come up in my travels before, though I've never met the man. I believe the gnomes would be your best place to start. In particular, the ones maybe around the Emerald Mountain Range.
By the way,
and then
what have you got a name other than just calling me No Name? That's metagaming.
You want a name? Do you want a name? I'll give you a name.
Well, I mean, I can't say anything to you.
Oh yeah, he wants you guys to come up with a name.
Oh.
We're in session 3 now, and I'm still getting called No Name, so I thought I'd...
Scrappy?
Let's call him Scoob.
Scoob!
Let's call him...
Also, while this is going on, Veronica is like kind of trying to take the wool from you, like keep you from taking all the wool that was inside her pillows. But okay, what do we say? What?
Let's call him Slabby.
just
Slappy.
making names.
I'm assuming chaos is ensued since I.
Yeah. So, what do we call it? Slappy? Is that what you guys said? Slappy. Okay. Slappy, the goblin, walked.
Slappy, come here, boy. Come here, Slappy.
He walked into her bedroom and is trying to find feathers. So he ripped open her pillows, but it was just wool. So she at first is shocked, but then she realizes that goblins aren't common, and she's not interacted with very many of them. So it doesn't send her enraged, but she's like trying to get her wool back from him and like put it back in the pillows.
I'm gonna turn to the party that's causing chaos and just be like, "Sit down and behave, you ruffians!"
I'm gonna crawl like a little dog to her leg and just like lay down.
Don't make me get a switch.
I'm gonna silently put my shoes on.
Okay.
I bow an apology to Veronica and tell her we're very sorry and we really appreciate her hospitality, and just I bow again. Just I don't know what to do. I'm so.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. These things happen. She's a very patient, experienced.
It's a good sound.
She's not very torn up about possessions. She lives from experiences. She likes her memories. She's not worried about wealth. She's not really worried about her possessions in that regard. So,
Wait, did y'all invite her to go with us?
No.
I tried.
Should we gather at the door?
Hans is like checking his watch, like, oh, it's getting pretty late.
Let's all tell her that we have to go to the bathroom and just leave.
No, I stand up, or I'm already standing up. I turn to her and I say, I can't thank you enough for your generous hospitality. We will truly do everything we can to try and find the man who hurt you and avenge your husband. And then I give her a very elegant and deep bow.
All right. I guess she's kind of confused by the bows, but she like extends her hand and is like, "How about a handshake?"
I shake her hand awkwardly because I'm not familiar with the custom.
Good to go. All right. So she thanks you all again for clearing the thing. She says, "Oh, and your normal. Remember to collect your reward. You'll need to go present this." And she writes a certificate of completion. She hands that to one of you guys, whoever wants to take it, and that will be how you redeem the quest for gold. She says, just go take that to the redemption office in Scarberry, and they will be happy to issue you your gold.
Thank you again, madam.
All right, now have a nice day. And she like scuttles you all out.
That would help me out of this chair, darling.
Veronica kind of looks down at her leg and then looks over at Hans.
I walk over and extend an arm to her to help her out of the chair.
I'm gonna like grab his arm and like just shakily get up out of the chair.
You guys just hear a bunch of like cracking.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand Veronica the square of quilt that I made her.
Use it as a poster, darling.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So you guys have finished up there. After I was spending all that time with her, it's just turned nightfall. It was already in the evening when you guys were finishing up what she needed. So after spending some time in the house talking with Veronica, it has just turned nightfall.
She wasn't gonna let us stay in the night?
Well, you guys didn't ask.
Now it'll be awkward if we go back in there. It's gonna have to go back to the end.
We just noticed how late it was.
It's not super late, it just turned nightfall. Businesses are still open. But yeah, it is. The day is winding up.
I'd like to turn to Veronica and tell her that I'm a very influential Yelp reviewer.
Oh no.
Oh, this again. She says, I'm confused. What do you mean?
I'd like to crash on the couch.
Oh my. Well, there sure are a lot of you. You're free to pull your stage around back, and and camp on my land. Other than the small enemies that I've summoned up in the north end of the property, you guys should be perfectly safe here for the night.
Is there enough room in the caravan for all of us?
I'm gonna take my knitting needle and start swatting him and be like, "Don't wear out, you're welcome."
The caravan has room to sleep, 4 of you guys, but inside the caravan there was also some camping supplies, so you guys can set up out there. There's also plenty of firewood since Sazaar chopped that up earlier, so if you guys needed a fire for the night for any reason, I don't know why you would, but if, you know, whatever, there's that. So you guys can stay the night in her backyard if you would like.
Technically, rogues don't even need to sleep; they meditate.
Yeah, you and Jeff just like go into a trance for about 4 hours.
Rogues or elves?
I'd like to make a hammock and go into a trance on that.
They're elves.
Are we about to have a long rest?
As long as nobody disagrees.
Yeah.
We could all use our rings at the same time. Just see what they do.
Like Captain Planet.
But can we put all of our rings on one person and see what happens?
What is the...
I'm gonna make my way back to town, back to the inn that we stayed at.
It's I mean, it was about a half-hour caravan ride. Are you? You're gonna do that?
We're gonna go to the next area.
All right. In the
Like
meantime,
split the party.
yeah, he's gone.
We'll get the spot in the caravan.
He split the party.
But no, as a group, I think we need to decide if we're gonna go back to the town or go to the next area, because aren't they all remotely on the same path towards?
So you're just on the outskirts of the town right now. So if you guys go in order from the quest you were given, the next person that has requested your help is the farmer in the Rusty Plains, and that I believe so you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe I said that it was a 1-day trip.
3, yes, but it's 3. The actual thing was 3 to 4 days from now.
Yeah, you've got 3 to 4 days to complete it. It's a 1-day trip.
It's the closest to us, right?
The other one is actually closer, but you'll. The other one is in my head anyway. This is how I remember it. If I said something different, you guys can correct me. I believe I said the other one was a half a day.
You said it was a half a day from Kristoff's.
Okay, yes. So it's kind of a triangle. So you guys would go down to the Rusty Plains. You spend a half a day going back up at an angle over to the Emerald Mountain Range, and then you'd spend a half a day if you wanted to come back up toward Scarberry, because Scarberry is the next town over from Tuttenheim. So that's where you guys would turn in your quest completions.
I think we said we were going to go to the Rusty Plains after this one, and then go to the mountains.
Right, yeah, the mountains aren't ready for you yet. You've got to wait on the mines to shut down.
Right, we have to wait a week, right?
Yeah, yep.
So I say we camp here tonight, save our gold, and then go out for the Rusty Plains in the morning.
Sazaar agrees.
Okay. Hopefully Ethel will be back in just a second. You guys can convince her not to go to the inn.
Ethel tried to walk away, and she slipped and fell. We just put her in the caravan.
Just put her in one of
Go ahead.
As we start making the campfire, I ask anyone if they know any good ghost stories.
I'm gonna wave my hand ecstatically.
Sazaar, no ghost story.
What are ghosts?
I don't know. Huh. Was walking. And I don't know.
That was gonna be the same ghost story I was gonna say.
And then after I finish that, I immediately put the ring on and I hold it up for activation.
Oh no!
You're gonna use the Ring of the Ram?
Yeah.
What are you targeting?
I'm just shooting it in the air.
Straight into the air?
Yeah.
Let me read the flavor on that again. See if that makes a sound or not.
It sounds like a Dodge Ram.
Obviously.
So it just produces a spectral ram's head. So I guess there's not necessarily a sound with that. So essentially, you just shot fireworks off into the air in the shape of a ram.
I'm gonna repeat the same thing. I just saw him use his ring, so I'm gonna repeat the ring.
Oh
hey,
boy!
I don't know what my ring did, so I'm just trying it.
Oh my
goodness! Can I try and grab his hand before he shoots it off?
I don't know. I mean, he said he was gonna do it. Boy, I didn't think you guys were gonna.
I knew it was not a good time.
Shoot off.
But my character doesn't know that.
Character doesn't. Okay. So everybody make a constitution. Everybody other than Slappy, make a Constitution saving throw. How do I? What does this go against? Let's see. This goes against.
Yeah, they gotta make a con throw.
But what is it going against? Your spell attack modifier, or like?
That's a 20, right?
Your wisdom? Are they saving against your wisdom plus your spell modifier?
I don't see any modifiers, so I guess it's just roll.
I mean, this doesn't even say they make a. Yeah, it says makes a Constitution saving throw. So I don't know what they're saving against, though. Is it? I guess it's against your wisdom, because that would be your. What you would use to cast spells, right?
Yeah, let's say my wisdom.
Okay. All right. How did everybody do?
It's low, so it's good.
Your wisdom is what?
Very low.
What is it in particular?
Josh, I see you talking, but I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I think they've all rolled.
Okay, it's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay, so
I got a 19.
All right. Let's see.
I got a 13.
I'll take track of these. Dawn got a 19. Jake got a 13.
Yes.
Josh had a 7. Yenfri had a 10. Mikey had a 7, I believe. Yep. And Ethel had, I mean, I guess she's gone to the end, so I guess Ethel doesn't really matter. So Billie, roll a 2d8. Josh, we can't hear you. You're muted.
But I got 5 total.
5 total. Okay, so Mikey and Josh, you guys took the full 5 thunder damage, and you guys were pushed 15 feet away. No, 10 feet. I'm sorry. You were pushed 10 feet away. So as Slappy like giddily just like sees you shoot off your ring, he shoots his ring up into the air, and then a loud just it almost like sounds like it breaks your eardrums. Just this crack of thunder hits around all of you guys. It's enough to kind of like discombobulate you and wonder and kind of like jar your nerves. You see Tetch and Sazaar both just go rolling back away from No Name, or from Slappy, 10 feet backwards. You guys took 5 damage. The other guys took let's see, half down is 2. So everybody other than Tetch and Sazaar took 2 damage. Those two took 5. Upon hearing the loud crash of thunder, you guys see from the window of the cottage someone like peer through the curtains just to like check and make sure everything's okay. She looks around for just a second, and upon seeing that it looks like everything out there is for the most part okay, she just kind of slowly closes the curtains back.
Does this look like I'm okay?
Is my hair all frizzed out because of the static electricity?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all of you look pretty disheveled.
Nice.
Especially Sazaar and Tetch, who just rolled 10 feet backwards.
Okay, let's be a little more careful with those things.
I'm gonna be very giddy, but then also kind of sorry to teach.
All right. Any other antics before you guys rest for the night?
I'm gonna steal Dawn's ring.
You're gonna steal my ring?
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh.
Can I play Zed's banjo for the group?
You can, yeah, you can. Since we'll allow you to play that during your meditation. You can play if you know how to. I don't know if you know how to play it or not, but you can try.
As he strums on the banjo, my head kind of hurts.
I guess you could roll a performance check, but we'll try to just get through the night.
I say this is a little ditty I wrote called Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
Sing it.
I rolled a 21 on performance.
You guys are all blown away. You look over. You look over and you see just a tear coming down from Hans's face. All right. So the rest of you guys, Ethel has been gone for a while. I mean, she said she wanted to go to the inn, so I guess Ethel took off to the inn. You guys all wake up the next morning feeling well rested. I don't know how.
We can get our HP back for a long rest, right?
Yes. Well, what is the? Do you have to roll for it, or do you just naturally?
Using D&D Beyond long rest, just click it. It should help you with your health real quick.
Oh, there we go.
It's 5 hit points for 1 hit dice.
Sorry about that. I had many real life things I had to do before I could come.
Yeah, you were gone for a while, but thankfully you walked away to the inn because.
Oh yes, I was gonna say I will happily walk my old ass to the inn.
Slappy got excited and used his ring, and did a thunder wave on everybody. So, luckily he only did 5 damage to the people that failed their save. 2 damage to the ones that did, but.
Yeah, but we're like level 2, so.
Yeah, he did it before the rest, thankfully. So, everybody I think should be back to full health now. So. You guys wake up the next morning. You hear birds chirping. It's another pretty day. Sun is coming up. And you guys are still at your campsite. Well, Ethel is at the inn. And you made it there uneventfully. It was a nice, peaceful night walk. You did think that you might have gotten lost for just a moment. But then you were able to see the lights from the city and followed that in and made your way back to the inn. So yeah, what do you guys want to do now?
We should probably head to the Rusty Plains since that quest, we still have to wait for the mines to close down.
You guys want to go to the Rusty Plains, or do you want to go back to the city and turn our completion card in for money?
Well, we have to go to a different city to turn our completion card in.
Yeah, not far, maybe, I don't know, maybe an hour or 2 to get to Scarberry. But it's up to you guys if you want to go cash in on the gold before you head out.
I mean, we got to go back and get the old lady. What is your name?
She stayed in the town that you guys are in, though, so that's not really... I mean, you guys do have to go back and get her if you want her, but that's not as far away as Scarberry is.
Are there any shops in the town before we were to go out on our adventure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a merchant.
We could go back in and get Ethel.
I was going to head to first thing in the morning.
You were going to head to a merchant?
I say we go back into town, gather Ethel, hit up the merchant, and then we can decide.
I'd like to sneak into the continental breakfast again, too.
All right, so you guys all pick up your camping.
Yeah, I could really crush some yogurt and waffles right now.
You guys all pick up your camping supplies, load it back up into the caravan, and head your way back into the town. still very early when you get there. You first thing pull up to the inn, try to find Ethel. Jeff and Tetch, you guys go ahead and roll stealth checks to see if you can get over to the Continental Breakfast.
Hey, if there's things we want to find in the shops, do you want us just to message you privately, or just all of us say what
I was gonna address that when we get to the shop. I don't know. Like, there's so many items you guys could need. I don't know how I could ever be prepared. So yeah, pretty much. I guess if there's something you want, maybe I can just name a price for it. If it's a common item, something rare, you guys might have to work a little harder for.
So I'm eating egg white bran and like some sort of oatmeal or grits and like a slice of orange and like fresh milk.
All right. Sounds like a hearty breakfast for Ethel. What did you guys roll on your stealth checks?
Just a 7.
What about you, Tetch? Tetch, what'd you roll? Oh boy, did we lose him?
I'll go do a wellness check.
Okay, wellness check.
What's happening?
He's freezing up. I don't know what's wrong with
I was
this.
about to say, it looks like he's like catching.
Yeah.
Just tell him to roll while you're there.
Oh, also, he rolled a 16.
There we go. Perfect. It's like she read everybody's minds.
Josh, how long has he been gone?
He just texted me and said, "Can I get an invite?"
Team.
I'm like, it's open. I don't know how to invite him.
He shouldn't need an invite.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
16. I don't know what's been going on. It's been cutting out literally all night for me, so it's been a little difficult.
Sorry about that. I don't really know what's going on.
It's fine. It's just...
Oh, there's Josh.0 back. Okay. What was your stealth roll, though?
16.
16. All right. So you guys walk in, and both of you start heading toward the Continental Breakfast. WC kind of doing a better job of concealing himself as he gets over there. Jeff kind of stumbles as he walks through the door. As soon as he looks up from regaining his footing, the front desk lady is standing in his face, and she just kind of gives him a look and points over to the wall. And on the wall there is a list of banned visitors, and you see a picture of WC and Jeff's face. And she says, "You know, I never did see that Yelp review."
It's in the works. It's in its first draft phase.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure how much
to...
good the first draft is going to do me now that the job fair is over.
Roll deception.
There's always next year's job fair.
Get out.
You can get your way out of this.
Asker should like to hear Wonderwall from a banjo.
No, I don't want to hear Wonderwall. I just want you and your friends to get out of my inn, please.
Alright, I was the only one who came in, and I wink at WC.
So I'll load up on the buffet with about 10 waffles, some scrambled eggs, some bacon, some cereal, some yogurt, and I take that outside, and me and Jeff tear it up on the patio outside the hotel.
All right. All right. Ethel, have you finished up with your food yet?
I'm like softly gumming some of it. Just like...
I'm just gonna go see the merchant.
Okay. You want to tell anybody where you're going, or are you just heading off?
No, who's still in my vicinity right now?
So outside is everybody except Ethel, since WC grabbed some of his stuff and went outside. So everybody other than Ethel is out there.
Okay. I'm going to go stock up at the merchant before our journey.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to do that too. I'll go with him.
I'll go too.
I'm making a list of what I need while I'm at the table eating.
Ethel, go ahead and roll perception.
Okay, 1 sec.
Hear me? Or can you hear me?
It's very robotic and choppy.
I got a 13.
13. Okay. So, as you're peacefully gumming your food, you look toward the door and you see the party is outside of the inn.
I make note of that, and I continue my list.
All right, I tried. You guys all head to the.
I will meet them at the merchants here in a little while.
Okay.
Does the party see Ethel, see us, recognize us, and then look back down?
I guess roll perception. We'll see.
I'll wave at them.
Okay, yeah, you see Ethel wave.
Good morning, darlings. How was your sleep last night?
Upon hearing from behind a window.
Upon hearing Ethel talking, assumingly to the elf that she just kicked out of the inn, the front desk lady says, "You're with them?"
Darling, I paid my way here.
Yes, but please, they're such trouble. Would you please just finish your meal and get out? Oh, I've got such a headache.
I'm working on it, sweetheart. You don't trust me.
The front desk lady just drops her head on the desk. All right. So the rest of the party makes their way over to the merchant, and you guys walk in. It's got a bit of a weird smell in there. You guys can look around and see that there's all kinds of bottles of different liquids along the walls. You see animal hides. You see animal parts, and you see a man with an apron behind the counter.
What is the most valuable item you think we see in this little shop?
Come on, man. You see.
Like, there's no magic item. Like, he's not that rich. Right?
No. This town, like I mentioned before, this town, the job fair was the biggest thing that's hit this town in a while. These are all going to be relatively common goods. I guess the most rare thing you see an albino deer pelt.
Son, don't think I won't buy that.
I mean, it's there. It's for sale.
I sent you a message.
You sent me a message?
Yep.
Okay, let me check that.
It's on Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
Okay, I've made my list. I'm gonna make my way to the merchant.
Okay, Ethel is now making her way across town. Luckily, the merchant's not too far. Just a couple.
As a 68-year-old woman can go.
Nice. It's just a couple blocks away. So as everyone else is looking around, admiring the goods.
So like an hour and a half.
As everyone else is looking around, admiring the goods, nothing eventful happens.
I asked if he's got any manager specials on some items that he needs to clear out.
Let's also establish you guys split the earnings from before, right? So you've all got, give or take, like 60 gold, I think, somewhere around in that vicinity.
I think we all got 10 gold apiece, didn't we? One. All I've got is 10 gold. So. I sent a message of the items I want. I feel like I can get all that, like, in a good surplus and 10 gold. So just let me know.
If I see anything you can buy with 10 gold, is that what you said?
No, I feel like I should be able to buy all that for 10 gold because gold's not.
Yeah, I mean, for common, like ingredients.
Yeah, it's common items. It's just feathers, wood, fleece, things I need for my spells.
He also has a section for common weaponry. That stuff though may not be within price range.
I'll steal it.
Oh boy.
I sent you a message too.
Okay.
I'm sitting over here just like biting people's crotches and slapping them. So I kind of need something.
There's so many weapons on this website that are not on this one.
Okay. So yeah, just common goods.
What was that?
Does he have any healing potions?
He does have a couple.
Sazaar, want healing potion.
Oh, the healing potions.
I have money, and I set all 27 gold down.
Potions are not going to be quite as cheap. I've got to, like, I don't want you guys walking through this. So I'll let you know my thinking as we go. You guys have a cleric. You have a cleric in the party, and the party already has one potion of healing.
Sazaar, want healing potion.
So I'm gonna say that healing potions are gonna start out at 100 gold.
Oh my gosh! What?
I'm proud of you.
Rude.
Which healing potion are we talking about here?
This is your bare bones healing potion. Healing potions. Remember, this is a kingdom where the king does not favor magic, and healing potions have a magical component. So.
And you drank it? So yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
As
Way to
far as
make that come full
healing
circle, buddy.
Drink it. There are other ways it can be administered.
Well, there is, but they're not all FDA approved.
Sazaar says, "Fine. What can I get with 27 gold?"
So you see, I mean, I don't like. There's so many items in D&D. He's got common items. He's got like the like animal parts and whatnot. Sorry guys, this is new for me. This is something I'll have to try to read up on how to do.
If it's just a general store, a lot of times you can get general items, components for like most like early spells and stuff like that. But if the spell gets any higher, like if it says like diamond or like item worth X amount of gold, sometimes you need a higher level, like a higher quality store to find those.
Right, and this is not the town where you're going to find too much out of the ordinary. Like I said, the rare pelt is really the only thing of note in here.
Sazaar will swipe his bag of gold back and say, "Useless."
Would you consider that pelt a a pearl?
Sorry, Rachel, I forgot to message you back. Let's see.
I'm gonna walk back out of the building and stand outside.
Like a natural out of the butt pearl. I feel like it's a pearl.
Can I buy a crossbow?
Rachel, are you cool with talking out the things you sent me, or are you trying to like keep that on the DL? Sorry, this is kind of meta, but like
if she wants to, like in situations like this, if she wants to do something without us seeing or like talk to the merchant or something, and if she wants, she can talk to him and like we can hear it, but we can't let what she does influence our choices because that would be metagaming.
Yeah.
Why is your back vibrating, darling?
So it's just up to her if y'all want to do something different.
But I'm just trying to figure out because like I don't know if I need to like talk as like, are you wanting me to do this exchange like without people seeing, or are you wanting to like talk out the conversation with the merchant?
It can be a conversation. It doesn't have to be a secret.
Okay. So the merchant is gonna say, well, young lady, we actually have a whole section of apparel over here and some adventurer's goods right here below the desk. And he motions over, and you can see there's a rack of clothing that can be spun around. It's a wooden rudimentary rack. that you can spin around to pick something from, and then you can look and see there are some very basic adventuring goods underneath the desk. Things like rope, journals, glass bottles, anything else you guys can think of that might be common and useful.
I'm gonna approach the merchant and say, pardon me, darling, I need a small mirror, a couple of matches, and if you've got a flagon of water.
Sorry,
I'll walk over to the apparel and get very frustrated that there's not anything for petite women. But I grab the nicest, most comfortable looking dress I can find and go to the fitting room to try it on.
Okay.
Your fitting room?
Alex.
There is now. It's right over on the right-hand side of the store, far corner.
What's the name of this store again?
General.
Good
What's
name.
the merchant's name?
General. That's what everybody calls him. I don't know. It's a very plain store. It's just a nickname
like it.
he's picked up. Yeah, General's General Store is the name of this place.
Can I, like, if I were to buy a longbow, can I use it, like, my character?
I think you have to be proficient with it.
I mean, you don't have to be. You can use it, but if you're not proficient with it, you don't get your proficiency bonus.
How do you know?
Usually tells your character information will tell you what you're proficient with.
Yeah, it tells you your weapon proficiencies. If you're an elf, you're going to be proficient in long and short bows.
So, like, my proficiencies, it says martial weapons and simple weapons.
Oh, then yeah, martial weapon, like, that's pretty much everything. Are you a fighter?
There's a different...
Yeah, he's a fighter.
Are you
Fighters are pretty much proficient in anything.
So I can... Okay. I want to buy
You can pick up a weapon and be like, I'm going to use this, and you just use it.
You should buy nunchucks.
But if you have like low dex, don't use like a finesse-based weapon. Use a strength-based weapon. If you don't have high strength, use a finesse weapon instead of a strength weapon.
Okay, yeah, it says the longbow's properties are heavy.
Are you an elf?
I'm a human.
Okay.
He's lording it over you. Did you hear that hint of disdain in his voice as soon as you said that?
That's not what I meant.
Okay, so Hans, you're looking for a longbow.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
How much is the rope?
The rope? Well, first off, we have longbows right over here for 50 gold each.
Can I roll persuasion to try and haggle the price?
You can try. Rope for 50 feet is let's see. I don't know that I'm gonna do a difference between hemp and silk. I'm just gonna split the middle and say 5 gold, 50 feet of rope.
I'll give you 4, and I wink at him.
I'm sorry, the price is 5 gold.
But Hans tried to haggle, so I'm going to as well.
He hasn't tried yet.
I haven't tried yet.
You gotta work it out.
Just mention your Yelp reviewer status.
Yeah, talk it out.
I mentioned my gold Yelp review status, and say how my review could make or break them.
There you go.
Really? You don't say. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
23.
I think 4 gold seems fair. General's General Club will be, or General Store will be very happy to have your review.
I would like to roll persuasion to try and get him to sell me the longbow for 30.
For 30 instead of 50?
Yes.
Go ahead and talk it out and then roll.
Yeah.
These longbows, they aren't quite as nice as the common ones from my country. I think 30 gold pieces is more appropriate.
All right, you can roll.
Let me just diss you.
Diss you and then expect
15.
to get a keeper.
15? he upon hearing that his inventory is not quite as nice, he kind of winces a little bit at that, and he says, "Listen, my longbows are quality longbows, and I won't take anything less than 50."
Well,
Well, if
sir.
he's taking more, he's just robbing them.
Well, sir, then no deal.
No deal. He kind of goes, and puts the longbow back on the...
Can I come in and assist and see if my review can extend to that longbow since it's a different category of equipment?
I think the assist has to go before the roll. Am I wrong in that?
He can try to persuade him.
I mean, he can persuade him, but I mean, like, that's a hefty discount. Like 30.
Yeah, that's... You needed more anyway, and then, like, calling it not as nice. He didn't take too kindly to that.
I'll see if I can persuade him to do it for 40.
Do it for 40? Okay, go for it.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, no, the price is I don't want to know. Turn it down.
Get out of my store, you piece of crap!
All right, yeah, just went up.
Yeah.
Went up $20.
Seems like I just had a stock increase. Looks like the price is now 55 gold.
Thanks a lot, Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Darling, excuse me, Mr. General. Can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm looking for a small mirror, a couple of magnets, and a small water jug, if you've got one.
All right, let me just ring that all up for you. Okay, you said...
Thank you so much, darling.
You said a mirror?
Yep, small mirror.
2 magnets?
Like 2, magnets like about this big.
Okay, and what was the last thing? Some silk?
No, some, just like a water skin.
Oh, a water skin. Oh, okay.
Being a cleric, I can make my own holy water. Suck it.
Whoa.
I hope we don't need it.
Water skin.
I do for my spells.
Did we ever gain back the HP we lost from his little thunder sound?
Yeah, the long rest.
Oh, we did long rest? Okay.
Yeah.
Is everybody done yet? Sorry, I had to walk away.
I insulted the shopkeeper.
I know, I was there for that.
Oh, okay.
I insulted him with my persuasion attempt.
Look, the people of Stilgard, we're a blunt people. We don't try and make nice. If we see something that's better or worse, we just tell you.
Alright, so I am coming up with... Is there owl feathers here?
Okay, sorry, one second. I've got so many orders. Ethel. All right, I got you all rung up here for 1 mirror, 2 small magnets, and a water skin. It comes out to 16 gold.
Well, I've only got about 15, darling. 15 and some change. Do you mind if I just give you what I've got?
Well, where'd you go?
He wasn't gonna have it. You can't say no if he's not here.
Go ahead, yeah. Harry, if you can hear me, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Sorry about that. I accidentally clicked the thing when the cat was walking in front of me. Persuasion?
Yeah.
I can also give you some hard candies, darling.
That might help your roll.
13.
Okay. He says, hey, I guess I'll do it for 15 and some hard candy.
Thank you so much, sweetheart.
And I'm going to reach in my pocket, pull out some hard candy, pull out some, taffy and some candy corn, and just hand him my hand for stuff.
Okay.
I've got some licorice.
All right, he takes the gold, puts it in his safe, and then sticks the candy in his pocket. And then now, let's see, Slappy, you were trying to buy something?
Yeah, so while they're all doing this, I'm just running around the store looking for what I want.
Okay.
Is there any owl feathers here?
Yes, there are owl feathers.
Yeah. So I'm grabbing all the owl feathers, string, fleece, regular feathers, and tiny tarts that I can carry. And a dagger. Yep, like in my teeth.
Oh boy. Okay, hang on. Let me write it all down again. You got all the owl feathers you can carry.
Yep, string.
String, okay.
Fleece.
Okay.
Regular feathers. Tiny tarts.
Tiny tarts? Is that food?
Yeah, I guess so. That's what I was asking you before because I was just like, I don't know what a tart is away from the top.
Okay. I don't. Should that be here or should that be at like a bakery? I wonder, or like a restaurant or something.
Isn't tarts like that? Like those little berries you eat out of trail mixes, maybe.
Yeah, it sounds like a specialty food is my thing. Like if you were ordering berries, then I would think he might have berries. But if you're ordering like a prepared like tart,
tarts are like a little breakfast. Like it's like a pop tart.
Yeah.
But it's smaller.
Also, aren't we in like a famine? Is there just food to be had?
Oh, that's fair point. Food is going to be
With
expensive.
With inflation.
Yeah, food will be expensive.
So. I just knew the spell told me I had to wave some tarts in the air. So I knew that you had to wave some food in there to do a spell.
Okay, so for your odds and ends, owl feathers, regular feathers, fleece, and string, he says that stuff there will be about 10 gold.
I'm going to toss the 10 gold down to the ground, and then I'm going to take the dagger that was between my teeth and put it in my little shorts like it belonged to me previously.
Oh wow, daggers are cheap. Okay, never mind. The dagger was included in the dagger was included in your 10 gold.
What?
So
a dagger for 10, health potion for 100.
A dagger is only a potion by normal is 50 gold. So I just doubled that, but a dagger is only normally 2 gold. And I kind of overinflated on the animal parts. I felt like, so I'm gonna say the 10 gold for the rest of that. The
dagger was just thrown in after he cut it off the animal, and he was like, "Ew, I don't want this anymore."
Yeah.
Is he disgusted with me, or can I buy anything else?
You can buy something at full price, probably. I mean, you could always try a different tactic, but yeah, he's here to make money. So
I just want the fishing tackle.
Fishing tackle. Okay, let me. I'm gonna call it 5 gold. I don't see it, so I'm gonna call it 5 gold.
I got it for 1 gold on D&D Beyond.
1 gold it is.
I'm going to slide him 1 gold and apologize for insulting his wares. It was not my intention.
Forgiven. All right. Did anybody else have anything they need to buy?
I'm not gonna buy something.
You sent me a message.
But I've got something I want to do.
Have I completed my transaction?
Oh, you went to try it on. I don't think you ever came back. Did you?
No.
Okay, so you're still in the changing room.
If I come out and the dress is super baggy, can I use magic to make it fit?
No, but you can.
Billie can.
I can. Like, Ethel can mend it for. What's it called? Tailor it for you.
For her.
Okay, well, I come out of the dressing room and the dress is super baggy on me, and I guess Ethel sees me.
You want me to take that in for you, darling? It'll take about 20 minutes.
Yes, that'd be great. And then I also walk over and grab a journal because I'm going to need to document all this stuff that's happening because it's pretty crazy. And then I take it up to the cash register.
Okay. For your stuff, I think I told you that'll be 6 gold, young lady.
Do you see how ill-fitting this thing is on me?
Poor guy can't just
go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Whoa, intimidation.
I'm gonna go into Walmart and I'm gonna go, this shirt doesn't fit. Too cold.
You see how much chicken there is in this cart? I can't eat all that.
You got a 9?
Yeah.
So he kind of like steps back. He's not trying to like yell at you or come across in an angry manner, but he says, I'm sorry, that's just what I've got. That's the prices.
Well, just a tip. Women come in all shapes and sizes, but here's your gold.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, I think you look absolutely splendid, darling.
Okay, so that pellet. There's a lot of craziness going on. I want to steal it.
You're gonna steal the pelt? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, where's it located at? Is it like right behind him as a prize trophy?
This is a trophy product. It's up over his head. Like, first off, you're a goblin and you're down here, and he's a human, so he's already gonna be much taller than you. And the pelt is displayed on a plaque behind him over his head.
Yeah, that's fine. I feel like there's enough craziness.
But can't he like scale the wall? He's done it before.
He can scale the wall, but I mean, this is like, you can roll sleight of hand, I guess.
16.
All right. So everybody kind of just like stops what they're doing and notices that behind the wall, behind the counter, Slappy is making his way up toward the deer pelt. Not very gracefully. As he goes up, he knocks down a picture that was on the wall right behind the cashier, to which he turns around, sees you on the wall, kind of just like, this is a meaty cashier. He grabs you by the back of, are you wearing a shirt? Grabs you by the back of your pants, and then like throws you back in front of the counter, and says, "I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I think it's time you guys got out of my store."
I'm just pointing at the pellet and just grunting at it. Saying,
I'm gonna pull out one of my knitting needles and start whipping the goblin. And go, what is wrong with you?
You point at the pelt. He's gonna say the pelt's 500 gold.
Son, guys, I need that for my spell to identify the thing, because I feel like that's close enough to a pearl that we're gonna get. Let's kill the shopkeeper.
I'm going to apologize profusely and try and push Slappy towards the door.
I'm gonna put on my shoes and start inching towards the door.
He just looks, the general just looks so confused and doesn't even, he's just speechless, just watching you guys start to file out of his store.
50 gold is too much for a long bow, and then I walk out.
All right, so you guys have visited the inn. You've bought, the merchant. You've all bought some stuff. Sazaar didn't buy anything, did he? He didn't like the price of something, the potion of healing. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing he tried to buy.
Can I just say that we're banned from the hotel and now we're banned from the general store?
Yeah, we can't come back here.
Yeah, you guys are not doing
this
too
town
hard.
is dead to us.
Suttenheim. Luckily, there's not much going on here.
Can I still buy some stuff, or have we burned that bridge?
I mean, at this point, it's pretty burned.
We can say you bought it before we burned the bridge.
Like, is there something you needed?
I was gonna buy 2 hand axes and 10 darts.
2 hand axes and 10 darts. Let me ring it up. We'll get you that, and then we'll be on our way.
He doesn't know you're with us.
It should be literally like $12.
Yeah, it's 10 for the hand axes, And I've already forgotten the other thing.
Darts times 10.
Oh, yeah, 1 gold. So, 11. 11 gold.
It says they're 5 cents. All right, I'll do that.
We're not breaking down gold. I don't want to do that kind of math. We're just going to leave it everything at gold. So if anything comes out to under 1 gold, it's going to be 1 gold.
A piece?
No, for the group. That's a bundle.
Okay. All right, gotcha. All right, 1 gold. All right, bet. All right, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. So you guys have made your way out of the merchant or the general's general store. Where would you like to head next?
We should probably head to the Rusty Plains and look after the sheep incident. That way we could kill some time before the mines close.
I like that idea. I mentioned to kill something.
Are you guys messaging me? Is somebody messaging me? No? Okay. Alright, so you guys are all ready to move on toward the Rusty Plains?
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull up some notes here.
Also, my Pokemon Home updated again because I forgot to cancel it.
We get you every time.
Will that keep updating?
It auto renews itself.
Oh, I'm gonna have to cancel that.
They've got me for 3 months now.
What is Pokemon Home?
I'm paying for it. Nice hat.
It's like a thing you can use to like store your Pokemon and move them between different games and different generations.
Yeah, it's like an app you can have on your phone too. All right, so anyways, you guys all collect your things and you make your way out of town. You guys are going kind of south to get to it's going to be pretty well south of Tuttenheim to get to the Rusty Plains. It's about a day's trip. You make it most of the morning uneventful. You guys are all just riding along in the back. It's a little cramped. There's, what did I say? 2 of you guys are on horses, and the other 5 are in the caravan. I should go into detail on the caravan. This caravan is wooden. It's got 2 wheels. It's pulled by the horses. It takes 2 horses to pull it, and then you guys have 2 additional horses as well. The top of the caravan is just a cloth material. You're not impervious within this thing. Wooden bottom, cloth on the top. Not much else to it. The front is open. You guys can see where you're going. There's also a plastic, whatever they can make it out of. There's a window sewn into either side, and there's an opening in the back. So you guys have a pretty good view of what's going on around you as you're traveling. This thing also provides decent protection from rain and stuff when you guys are staying the night anywhere.
I'm going to be measuring yen while we're riding.
Measure? Yenfri. Okay.
Yeah, and then taking in the dress that she bought.
Okay. So go ahead and roll. Everybody roll perception check.
16.
What is it? 20 perception times 15.
Okay.
12.
Okay. 23. Jake, what'd you get? I didn't hear him.
That's for 20, darling. I'm super perceptive right now while I'm selling my dress.
Okay. Oh, you guys rolled really well. So you guys hear like this, pretty far off in the distance, you hear this roar. Like it doesn't sound like it's too close yet. So it catches all of your attention though. And you all look up and you see in the sky, there's a black dot that seems to be growing a little bit larger as it gets closer. This black dot just keeps continuing to grow in size. And as it gets closer and closer, you guys are able to see that it's no longer the form of a dot, that it looks more like an M. And then as it grows closer and closer, you guys are able to see just this huge figure with these dark black wings. You can see smoke following this thing as it flies. All you guys are starting to get a little bit nervous at this point. You're all wondering what's going on. What is this thing capable of? But it keeps coming, and I can't overstate how big this thing is. It is massive. You can now see that the smoke is coming from the fact that there is fire embers flowing out of its mouth and out of its nose, and is a big black dragon flying straight at the stagecoach. Just before you have any time to react or anything, it flies in and knocks the stagecoach, the caravan over, to which you guys all spill out. Everybody that was in the caravan, go ahead and roll acrobatics check.
Oh God,
save.
this is gonna hurt.
Who's in the caravan?
Oh shoot, I forgot. Jeff was riding. I forgot we forgot to establish. Jeff was riding one horse. I forgot to establish who was riding the other though. Sazaar.
I rolled a 4, darling.
Can we roll for who's riding? Can we roll for who's riding?
Natural 1. Wow.
Okay, I guess I'll be on the other horse.
14.
The roads have to stay together.
Okay, I was inside because I was getting my measurements taken.
Rogues are on the horse. Oh, you guys rolled so good perception. It seems to be the opposite now. So rogues on the horses. I guess you guys would probably also need to roll check because your horses are now at the sound of all this that's going on. Your horses have bucked and are attempting to knock you off.
13 for the acrobatics.
What do I have to roll, Alex?
A acrobatics save, which would be what, strength, I think.
No, there's a legitimate acrobatics one.
Dexterity. Acrobatics is dexterity.
It's dexterity.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, nice.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 3.
And Jake, what was yours?
21.
21. Nice. Okay, well you guys, so everybody else tumbles out of the stagecoach. Nobody else is able to save their throw from that. Everybody that tumbled out takes 3 points of damage from the fall. You had a 5, Josh? Is that what you were saying? Okay. The 2 rogues, though, their horses buck up, but through their nimbleness and athleticism, they manage to stay on the horse and get the horses under control. Josh, do you have a question? You keep
maybe.
Yeah, no, we can't hear you.
No.
Now I can. Now I can hear you.
Nothing.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Are you that far behind?
Hang up and come back.
Yep.
What is wrong with my phone?
I guess I'm lying prone in the grass.
Going... We all tumbled out.
You all tumbled out and took 3 points of damage.
I guess I'm lying prone in the grass going, my back! My back! My back!
I'm going to try to let him get back in.
I'm more likely lodged in her bag.
I'm
What'd you say?
Oh yeah, yeah, this is really bad for Slappy.
This thing is drinking my battery.
You're
drinking it?
Yeah, I started at 76, now I'm at 34%.
Oh wow. Okay, so anyways, yeah, did you get that you took 3 points of damage from falling? Okay, cool. So the dragon swoops down out of the air using one of its huge claws. It just effortlessly knocks the caravan over. All of you guys come spilling out of it. The rogues on the horses manage to steady their horses, but the dragon is right there in front of all of you guys. You've got a split second to try to make a decision before this thing does something else. You're all laying on the ground.
My back, darling. My back. Get it up, darling.
We should probably run.
Sazaar pulls up his great axe and he's ready.
Okay. So while you guys are trying to just formulate a way to go, Sazaar gets ready and pulls up its great axe. The dragon, immediately sensing the one that's willing to face it, takes a swipe with its claw.
Hang on, are we doing initiative or is it just going?
This is still, I'm considering this as surprise attack.
What? Okay.
So wait, is this like Predator, where if we put our weapons away, it won't attack us?
Say what, Harry?
I said, I don't know how surprised we are at this point, Alex.
Yeah.
Well, you guys didn't seem to react as it got closer, and then you guys are all laying on the ground.
You just kept saying it's getting closer and closer and closer. We're like, okay.
But nobody ever said anything. Nobody ever said anything.
Well, you got to give us time to say something.
Tell the caravan to get off the road.
Look, this thing gets 2 attacks anyway, so it gets to if it's a sneak attack round, it gets 2 attacks. So anyway.
You do you, Alex.
Does a 19 hit Sazaar?
All of us?
No, Sazaar. Sazaar stood in front. Does a 19 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And sorry, this is going to take me just a minute.
I said I told you we should have run.
About to go down. Gonna put me
Thing
down.
probably has 300 hit points.
Okay, so as you guys are, as all of you guys are spilled out onto the ground, it gets ready with its other claw to take its second swipe, slashes right through Sazaar for 25 points of slashing damage. 25 points. 25 points of damage, yes. Alright, Sazaar has been knocked unconscious.
Down.
So it just no resistance. That swipe goes right into Sazaar, to which he just limply hits the ground. You guys see him drop the great axe. The dragon is getting ready to use its final action, which is a breath of fire. You see it breathe back, gathering in air, some embers growing around its mouth. And as it does, a knight or someone in very thick armor steps out in front of the dragon, holds up his shield, and catches the brunt of the fire. You guys are all standing behind this this man who, from what you can tell, seems to be wearing royal armor. You can see as he stepped in, you caught a glimpse of his chestplate. You can see it's the same emblem that the Kingsguard have on the chestplate. He's also holding a ring with the same emblem. You can see, though, that his sword on the hilt of it has an emblem of armor and a helmet. You can see that this man looks to be well above average skill, even for one of the royal guards. He is bursting with this aura of light energy. This shield is managing to hold back this fire from damaging any of the rest of you guys, and he kind of turns to the back and just screams, "Get out of here! You guys are just going to be in the way if you stay around."
I pick up Sazaar to run.
Okay, go ahead and do a strength check.
Uh, 10.
Sazaar's pretty small, so that'll do it. You're a fighter, and Sazaar's not exactly a large guy. So you're able to lift Sazaar. How are you guys gonna abandon the caravan? What are you gonna try to do? Do you want to try to lift it back up? Do you just want to run?
I'm gonna get on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds
on Sazaar.
No, Hans, because I feel like he's needed.
So,
Yeah.
I'm like lagging a little bit. Okay, so you're gonna cast Cure Wounds on Sazaar.
I'm abandoning the caravan. I'm just
You
running.
healing me for
So
how much?
I'm still
Does that heal
on the
me?
ground.
Yeah.
1d8.
How much?
1d8.
Oh, I roll or you?
Oh, I can roll. Yeah, I don't care who rolls. Maybe you wanted to roll. I have
Well, I
some
mean,
crappy dice.
it's your spell. It's your spell.
4. Hey, I'm doing whatever I can, buddy. Almost done.
Can someone help me up, darling? I'm laying here on the grass.
Help him up.
So this knight, as he sees the scrambling going on behind him, he says, "I think I can hold this thing off long enough for you guys to pick up your caravan and keep going. Just get out of here."
I throw Sazaar into the back of the caravan and jump in it to try and get the horse to try and take off with the horses.
I take some of the rope that I bought and I tie it to the caravan and I try to use Felicity, my horse, to pull it, to flip it back over.
Okay.
Since he,
I'm yelling at Yenfri and them to get in.
Can I say something since I have 4 hit points, or am I unconscious right now?
No, he brought you back, right?
Yeah, once you're above 0, you're conscious.
Okay. I'm imagining I'm just kind of, he threw me in there and I kind of go, "Don't forget the great axe."
Okay.
I yell, I run back to grab his great axe.
All right, so you've tossed Sazaar over at the caravan. Ethel still laying on the ground. I don't think anyone has offered to help.
I'll go help Ethel up off the ground.
There we go.
I'm like turtling. I'm like, help me up, darling.
Come on, Ethel.
Able-bodied Yenfri goes over and helps Ethel up from the ground. Ethel, who also could have activated her Featherfall ring there.
For falling on the ground?
I mean, you guys are up here. You could have used it and like had a chance to stabilize yourself.
Hey, he's telling us to use our rings, guys. We all need to use our rings.
Anyway, no, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, so Yenfri helps Ethel up between Sazaar and Hans.
Sazaar raises his fist. Raising his fist for the ring.
Okay, he raises his fist. At that time, Jeff is pulling on the rope, trying to straighten up the caravan, and is wondering why no one is helping him get this thing back on its wheels. Did you activate your ring?
Other horse. And we team up with Felicity to try to get the caravan back over.
Okay.
What?
I'm sorry. People were talking. Okay, we're
I'm about as strong as a feather.
Yeah, Ethel's not much good here, but thankfully we've got 2 rogues straightening up the caravan. Everybody hops back in, and you guys all book it as fast as the horses will take you down the road, and you can see in the distance just an epic battle going on between this warrior, or this this knight and this dragon. You can see as it grows further and further away, it just becomes 2 auras clashing together, one dark and one light, going at it. But you guys
some anime music.
Yeah, to some anime music, and then you guys have made it to where you can no longer see it. It's disappeared off the horizon now.
Crossing Fields by Lisa.
What is that? Sword Art Online? Is that what Crossing Field is?
Yeah. Dude, that song bumps.
Can I play the anime music on my banjo?
Roll performance.
Yeah.
Play If You Want Some Action from Bleach whenever a fight happens.
10.
He's just playing some music, Naruto stuff.
You guys can faintly catch the reference that Jeff is trying to throw together, but it's not pleasant.
That's no Wonderwall, Jeff.
Quit that horrible sound.
I think it sounds wonderful, darling. You're an excellent player.
Thanks, Ethel. I needed that.
Turn it off.
I'm sorry, Bill. You need to wrap it up.
I was wondering when we're gonna wrap it up. I was trying to subtly hint it,
Yeah.
So I didn't set up.
We've been going for a while now. I guess if you guys want to decompress or talk about anything that just happened, or I mean, I don't have anything else planned. The rest of the trip should be pretty uneventful. The elves on the horses came out unscathed. They can watch over the party while the rest of you guys get a night's rest in the back of the caravan.
Would you say long rest?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are traveling for a full day, so you guys in the caravan will have enough time for a long rest. And
I'm taking in the dress. I'm gonna complete it.
You got time for that as well. But yeah,
I appreciate it.
Don't know if you
I
guys.
give a sugar cube to Felicity.
Before I like was rudely interrupted by a dragon.
Okay, so in
No,
hindsight, I do have a question.
Okay.
Since me and Jeff were technically carrying the coach with our horses, could we have put an invisibility ring on and ran away invisible with the group?
No, just you and what you're wearing.
That's what you're wearing and carrying. Technically, we're on a horse that's carrying the coach.
Unfortunately, I would say no to that.
What if I carve a wooden hand onto the carriage and put the ring on that?
Not gonna work either. The carriage would have to have ability to cast it.
It has to attune to it, so the carriage has to wear it for at least an hour. Plus, it has to be sentient, so you'd need like a headband of intellect, so you could put it on the caravan to make it sentient. Then attune the ring to the caravan.
Sounds like we got a plan for next session.
I got my new shopping list.
Well, all right. Sorry, you guys didn't really get to fight much of anything. Any other thought before we completely de-immerse? Any other thoughts about the dragon, the knight, anything about that?
We have no idea what it is and what's happening. We just know.
You said the
Was
knight.
there a symbol that we noticed on the map?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you guys recognized the symbol on the breastplate and on his ring as the symbol, the same symbol that the royal guards were wearing in the king's guard.
You said he had a separate symbol.
I wonder if it was.
His sword did have a different symbol on the hilt of it. It was a symbol that depicted some armor and a helmet.
Okay, cool.
Do you guys think he died? Do you think we could go loot his sword and armor?
I think he looked like
You guys could do history or religion checks to see if you can recognize anything about any of that stuff.
Is he dead?
I'll roll a history check.
Okay.
Dude, we just stay like 100 feet away, listen to the battle, and then once it's over, just go see who won or lost.
I got a 19 on religion.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Ethel, you immediately recognize the symbol on the sword as the symbol for Helm, the god of protection.
Literally not good. The god of protection.
I wonder why a god of protection was fighting that dragon darling out in the middle of a field. Looked like a dude.
I don't know, but I'm glad he was there.
Did anybody else?
17 on history check.
17. Okay. Yenfri actually speaks up to correct Ethel and says that wasn't the god of protection, that was the king's son.
I didn't say it was a god, darling. That would be impressive.
I thought you said what?
A knight.
Oh, a knight. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Come on, DM. Pay attention.
It didn't sound like that. I can't always tell what Ethel's saying, okay?
How dare you?
Yenfri then speaks up and says, that wasn't just any knight. That was the king's son.
That's better.
That was the prince.
Well,
I'm going to point frantically at the window trying to see if we're going to go back.
I don't think we can hold our own back there.
Well, he was a very impressive looking man. I tell you what, if I was a little bit younger, he could have been my fourth husband.
We're only going to get in his way if we go back there, and we might get everybody killed.
I don't know. He didn't really hurt Sazaar that bad. I mean, he's kicking and screaming now.
Yeah, thanks to Slappy's spell. Also, so he's heavy. I don't have to carry him again.
Wait.
Second try.
I got
We keep going.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it cut out for a second, but we can now.
I say we count our blessings and we move on to a quest that we can handle.
I mean, if he's going to handle it by himself, we just should loot.
You should loot? Is that what you said?
In Halo Reach, you just stay back long enough, scope it out, and once they're dead or almost dead, you sweep in. Halo Reach,
Thank you.
360 game ever? Okay.
I'm gonna say we keep going, but obviously I can be overruled.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, y'all didn't hear this before, but Sazaar, he's laying there injured, but he raises up and he says, Sazaar, want one more try. Sazaar, ready.
I'm clapping up, giddy.
And he's coughing up blood as he's saying this.
I'm sure you are, darling. You look absolutely smashing, darling. You look like you could take 4 dragons. But why don't you take a rest?
No, Sazaar, ready now.
It's okay, sweetheart. And I'm gonna lick my thumb and like rub the blood like from the side of his face right here.
I swat his hand away.
Sazaar, we couldn't even get close to that dragon. It was on us before we even knew what we were doing, and you want to fight it again?
Exactly. Surprised. We ready now.
If we don't go back for it, it might come back for us.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, we
must
are.
That's it now.
We're just gonna get in the prince's way and get us all killed.
We don't have to get in his way.
This is kind of a crazy idea, but I got that ring of invisibility. Maybe I could just get close enough to where I could try to sneak on top of the dragon.
What'd I tell you,
And
Alex?
just gank it with my dagger.
I've done my best to discourage that course of action, but whatever they want to try to do.
Alex, whatever you think you discourage is the complete opposite of what's going to happen.
I'm taking a hard stance. If you guys try and fight this dragon, I will not take part.
Dude, I've been playing this game for years. We can easily take a drag.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I'm totally fine with this. I have no sentimentality towards Ethel whatsoever.
Coward!
I have no shortage of a backlog of characters I haven't played yet.
Your faulty attempts to insult me won't work. I know whenever my match has been made.
Dude,
no, as a horse owner now, I can't in good conscience abandon this horse, so I'm on Hans' side.
Hans can stay back with the horses.
Whoa.
That's fine. I won't. If you are going to throw yourself full-heartedly into a battle you cannot win, then I cannot take part. I have a people to think of.
So at this point,
I agree with fighting the dragon. I'm just playing character.
I'm making my cuts into the dress, and I'm taking my 2 magnets and placing them alongside each cut and casting mending.
Oh, okay. So you're still just working on that dress.
Yep. She's going to be the prettiest belle of the ball, darling.
Mending's a cantrip, right?
Yeah, mending is a cantrip, I believe.
Rogues have got to stick together, so I'm staying with Jeff.
You're really going to try and take on a dragon without me, Jeff, or WC.
We can keep going, but if it comes back for us, I told you so.
It ain't coming back. It's just there to scare us.
I mean, for all we know, the prince will slay it himself. He looked pretty formidable.
It's not my war, so...
Could be a stalemate, darling. They might get tired in about 30 minutes and just go off and do their own thing.
So, are we continuing on?
I tell you what, darling, I'm going to take a nap while you all decide. I'm just going to stretch back right here, and I'm good.
I'm for continuing on.
Are we actually talking about fighting a dragon right now?
No,
we are not. We are not gonna fight a
I was
dragon.
trying to encourage it, but it didn't work.
Okay, I was about to say.
we're gonna
Just
hurt
a guy who's
Sazaar's
trying to
feelings and
convince
not
us to
fight
fight
this
a
dragon.
I said Sazaar's weak enough. We can hold him down and keep going.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
beaten battered.
I gotta be honest. I was like, in character, I want to fight it, but as the player, I don't want to fight it.
I mean, he's lost a lot of blood. He wouldn't know where he's at right now. We could just tell him we're going to fight the dragon.
I mean, listen, he has 8 intelligence. Whatever y'all tell him, he's gonna believe.
I look down at Sazaar and say, "Yes, we'll get another shot at that dragon. It'll be fine."
Ah, matey, you're on my
So-
side now.
I look at him and I say, Firefly didn't need a second season.
How dare you? How dare you go pick a switch
No
right
relevance to conversation now.
The movie wrapped everything up.
The movie that was supposed to be the first episode.
That was the greatest comment ever.
All right, so then I think you guys have decided to press onward.
Praise the sun.
Yeah, like it's a uneventful rest of the trip. The rogues came out unscathed, so they were able to watch over the caravan for the rest of the journey. You guys didn't run into anything out of the ordinary. Everybody else was able to get a long rest while on the. Everybody was able to get a long rest while in the back of the caravan. So that's where we'll pick up next time, pulling into the Rusty Plains.
The long rest reset my HP to full.
Good.
Let's give a big round of applause.
And we'll go ahead. Everybody can say bye to the internet.
Bye, internet.
Bye, internet.
Bye, darling.